the reaction stage, concentration stage, visualization stage, which I added to the original work of Dr. Later. It wasn't there originally, I added it. And the rituals stage. That's for managing your in-between point of time thinking, and what you're doing during that little time when the one point ends and before the next point starts. So what I'd like you to do, okay, you guys are going to stand in this line that way. I'm going to toss some balls over there. Everybody got their racket. One of the things I like doing is I'll have the players memorize the 5 stages, okay, which is reaction, visualization, concentration, visualization, and ritual. You have to memorize it. Okay, as you try to know this, it's got to be like second nature for them. This is competitive. It's got to be second nature for them to know these stages without even thinking too much about it. As this point's over, we gotta know what they need to be doing, what their mind is to be doing. So we're gonna do first with our racket on the nose and then head on the side and result relax position. We're gonna take normal walk or double time, over double time. As soon as we get over there, we're gonna turn around, hold the racket forward, we're gonna look at the string, walking down that way. We need to be all thing on the ground with our eyes on those walls. That's we're coming back on our another thing that you guys need to be doing, walking that way, you're gonna be doing 2 deep breaths. One deep breath in the line, and another deep breath in the line with the dog. Okay, we're ready? Go. Why do we do the 2 deep breaths? Lower the heart rate, get your mind focused on something other than the event. Give yourself a little mental, emotional break to be able to get back to 100%, get some more pressure on your back for those 5 to 10 seconds, however long it lasts, a little breathing period before you start the next one. Okay, now once you rehearse that, then you go to the full situation, okay, the full 5 stages. So that's, obviously you guys were excellent. I didn't have to make any corrections, you did it perfect, okay? Everybody walk, the racket over here, walking down and once you guys walk, as the point's over, I'd like to have some balls lay down on the ground. What do we do after the point's over? We gotta go pick up the ball. So, when you play here, you go close their eyes, balls laying around the board like you gotta pick up before the start of the next one. That way you're not trying to look at everything. So that's what we wanted. Okay, what I'd like to do now, I just need some volunteers. If you guys were 12-year-old juniors, this is what I have to do. We're gonna have a simple trick. We're gonna do more in the back, and the balls and over here. And you know more of that. We're gonna do some increments, this one. But I want you to do, as soon as the point's over here, we're gonna do a physical reaction. Whatever you want it to be, physical reaction can be a fist bump, or it can be a low come on, yourself. I've got some players that don't like to do any verbal physical reaction at all. Some of them really good. If you're that kind of player, you just turn around, you go to the walking stage where you're going to the breathe in and walk back to the baseline. I'm going to toss some balls over there by the baseline. What you gotta do is for practice purposes, you gotta pick up 2 balls, okay? So as you're walking out of the 6-ball drill that we're gonna do right now, we're gonna go over there, walk in, doing your breathing, pick up 2 balls, and then get back in line, okay? As you get back in line, okay, so now, so the reaction, you do the fist bump or the come on, anything you want, or don't do anything. If you decide not to do anything, right after that, go over there, go pick up 2 balls, alright? After you pick up 2 balls, you get back in line, but you gotta do the concentration stage. The concentration stage, the player's gonna stand, not face strings as per Dr. Lair's presentations and material. He recommended that this stage lasts about 5 seconds, 4 seconds, which is a concentration stage. What you're doing is what you're thinking about what you're going to be doing the next start of the next before you start the next point. So you do you're looking at strings and you're thinking about what you're going to do, and then you go into the visualization. Visualization, I think sometimes some really good players sometimes do it right before their rituals, some of them do it right after their rituals. So the player bounces the ball, as he looks over, serve, I think he's visualizing something. Sometimes right as soon as before they do their ritual, they have to stand around looking. You notice that? And then they I think they're visualizing what they're doing. So you gotta do your visualization. So you're gonna walk up to the baseline, and I'm gonna feed these 6 balls. So you gotta start doing your rituals right before I feed. All right. What are our return of serve rituals? What would that they be? They could be anything. Swing side to side, defender spins the racket. We all know what wrapping it down is. You can do some of that if you want. Those are these rituals, right? They work for him, and obviously they work in a very good way. So let's go ahead and do this, okay? So you guys remember the 5 seconds? All right, let's try it, okay? And then if I see anything that I don't like, I'm gonna make a correction. Okay? Here we go. developmental